Hi, Carissa Cloutier here from Premier Gift Solutions, and today I'm going to show you how I make an Easter basket, specifically a boy's Easter basket. I kind of tend to do girl things a lot. It's what I love, just doing girly stuff. So today I'm going to step out of my comfort zone a little bit and do a boy's Easter basket. If you look below, you can see below this video I've listed all the materials that you will need and that I'm going to use in the video, so I don't have to waste video time with that. Also listed the stores that I like to shop from: Walmart, Michael's, Dollar Tree, anywhere that sells items in bulk. So, or I can get them for a pretty low price, because you don't want your baskets to be, you know, overly expensive or too overpriced. So. And if you're doing this for someone and you're on a budget, it's great to shop at those places as well. So anyway, let's get started. First, of course, you need your basket. You can have with a handle or without. Really doesn't matter. It's up to you. It's your preference. What I like to do is I like to secure my baskets with foam. And since I have a circular basket, I'm going to go ahead and use circle foam because it just makes life easier. So I just place it inside the basket, and I don't really take it out of the plastic. Depending on the foam you use, sometimes it can be really messy, and so this one tends to kind of peel off a little bit and be a little gritty, give it a gritty feeling. So I like to try to keep everything in the plastic. So I just left it in the plastic, and what I'm doing is I'm taking this small piece of foam and placing it inside the hole, just so that I use foam to secure items in the basket. So I put this foam in there so I have more space and more places to secure inside the basket. Then I'm going to cover the foam with my paper shred, and this is actually like 2 bags if you buy bags from the dollar store. Depending on your basket, this one was pretty large and I like to fill. You know, the shred also kind of acts as a cushion for your items as well. So I like to make sure everything is covered, you know, at the bottom of the basket. So I also like to slip a business card too in the bottom of the basket if you're doing this for commercial purposes. I like to use something flat that the other items can kind of lean against. And so it might be a book, it might be a journal, could be stickers, could be anything. A lot of department stores or big chains will just put a piece of decorative cardboard, and if you have that, that's great. What I'm going to use, since this is for a boy, I bought a shield, kind of like knight in shining armor theme here. So this will be, I will lean this against the handle. It's also kind of a focal point, but it depends on how many items you have, so it may not end up being that much of a focal point. You know, I didn't really plan out how I want to do this. This is off the cuff. So I'm going to use this kind of as my base, so to speak, as the big target item of the basket. I don't necessarily have to use my popsicle sticks to secure it. I'm going to, just as a double precaution. I like doing it this way because if you're going to ship your baskets long distances, it makes them very secure inside of your basket. This is a very light material, so I'm only going to use 1 popsicle stick, but there are some situations where the items are heavy or they need to be balanced. You would just take 2 popsicle sticks and wrap tape around it and tape them together, but in this case I don't need to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and take my mailing tape, which is stuck to something, place it into the popsicle stick like this, then place it on the back of my item. And like I said, it's not super secure this way, but this is big enough that it's probably doesn't even need. Then I just set it down inside. And what I'm going to do for extra security is I'm going to use my glue gun, or you could use glue dots, and just secure it to the handle. I tend to leave any type of packaging that is still on the item. I leave that on because you can use that to secure items as well. So if there's some of the labels and the plastic You know, these labels here, those tend to help you secure things, so you don't necessarily have to always take them off. It depends. Depends on what you're doing. So right now I'm just taking the glue gun and securing. Some people secure at the end. Depending on what I'm doing, I may not use the hot glue gun right away. It depends on what you're doing, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be in this spot, so I'm not worried about securing it. And the cool thing about hot glue is if you decide, I don't want it here, you can just peel it and it really doesn't damage anything. Hot glue and glue dots are really good for that. And I think I'm just going to lay this. Gotta make a decision. I think I'm gonna lay this here like this. I'm gonna go ahead and put. I'm gonna skip because this is so light. I'm just gonna go ahead and hot glue this to the shield. And when the young man who gets this wonderful basket takes it off, it will easily slide off. The hot glue will not ruin the toy at all. And you get these little lines with hot glue guns, but it's awesome. You can just take it right off. It just comes right off. So you have a nice secure, might even go. Alright, I think I'm going to just continue to add my items to the basket. This is a cool catch game, and I probably will go ahead and put this on this side. Sometimes I remove things from the packaging, but again, like I said before, I kind of like things to stay clean, so I'll leave them in the packaging sometimes. These are kind of, let's see, I could use that, or I got this cool little magnetic dizzy bunny, so they call it. Yeah, I like the other ones better. And I need a little bit of height with this. I'm seeing that putting it down here is not giving me the symmetry that I want. So that's when I take out my handy dandy popsicle sticks, and I think I'm going to double this one because it's not as secure. So I'm going to go ahead and put 2 sticks together. Take some tape. If you have, they're called plant stakes. You can get them at Michael's. Sometimes you don't need to put 2 popsicle sticks together. However, they are round in shape, and depending on what you put them on, that item will twist and turn and still be a little bit difficult to maneuver, whereas the popsicle sticks kind of provide a flat surface for you to lay things on as well. So it doesn't matter which way I do this. I'm going to glue my popsicle sticks. Tape my popsicle sticks onto the back of the iron. And now I'm going to secure it at this angle using my hot glue gun. I'm going to turn it to the side so I can see what I'm securing. Here's where the bag is coming in handy, because the actual items, if I were to try to hot glue the items, it might be a little bit difficult. But since it's a bag, I can kind of just maneuver the bag the way that I want to and still have that security. Okay, so now I'm going to start to add just some of the other items. And I have a lot of stuff here, so sometimes I find that I can actually put too many things in a basket, and I've done that before, or attempt to put too many things in a basket. I can just start loading candy, which I'm sure the kid is going to want some candy. So there's some Sour Patch Kids, some eggs. Kind of sit down. I like to arrange it, and then you can go back and secure it how you want. Pop Rocks. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, I have this cute little chick. And I think I'm going to take the chick out of the package because he will just be cute if he can sit right here on top of these Pop Rocks. Yeah, how cute is that? Also have some gum here. And got this pack of sports balls, and I think I'm going to take them out because you can just kind of lay them anywhere. You could have used Easter eggs as well for this, but I'm just going to use these. Cover up this right here. Tend to try to not have any, I gotta secure these, they're gonna fall all over the place. To not have any open places. Don't want that. Go ahead and start to secure some of these items down into the basket. So let me take this off. And I'm gonna start with this. I am going to go ahead because a lot of things are resting on top of this. So I'm going to go ahead and use a popsicle stick to secure on the back so that it's real sturdy. Because if this falls, if I'm resting everything on top of it, then everything else is going to fall if the basket is shifted in any way. So by securing this box, I will then secure all the other items in the basket. Okay, so my basket is pretty much done. I have everything secured with either tape, stick, or glue dots, or glue, or hot glue gun. And I went ahead, I had some extra items, so this kid is lucky. This is like a mega basket. He's going to have some stuff that's in the back of the basket as well. And everything in the basket is pretty much secure so that I don't have to be like super careful when I'm transporting this to my customers. So now it's time to get ready to bag our basket. Okay, so I'm ready to bag this, and I added just a couple of Easter egg stakes in there just because they're cute and I wanted to. Okay, so when it's time to bag, I like to make sure the area is clean. So I've already wiped it down. Didn't take off the tape though, but that should not be a problem because it's already stuck to my table. And what I'm going to do is I like to use shrink wrap. Some people prefer cellophane. I like to shrink wrap my gifts because it's neater, and it also helps to, again, secure everything in the basket even more. So I prefer to use shrink wrap. If you want to open up your bag, go all the way down to the bottom and spread it out. Now, you can use a shrink wrap roll. You can use shrink wrap bags. You can use cellophane bags. It's all up to you in preference. You just have to experiment with it and see what you're most comfortable with. But you want to, I kind of make sure the lining, there's a line at the bottom, a little groove. I don't know if you can see that, but I try to make sure that that's right at the bottom. Get everything nice and spread out, and then go ahead and place my basket inside. And bring it up. Okay, so you try to bring it up, and then I work my way in like this so that I can get it centered right in the middle, like so. And I give myself a little bit of space, but I want a little bit of a poof up top. That looks pretty good. And then I like to use, to tie my bags, I prefer to use pipe cleaners, unless you have a twist tie that is long. but the pipe cleaners work well. I'm going to try to get a blue one here. Hi. Take my pipe cleaner. I don't twist it too tight, which you will see in a minute, because as you start to shrink your bag, sometimes air gets in there, and you have to, if you tie it too tight, you can't let the air escape. Okay, so I have my dryer, and you can use pretty much any dryer, but I do find I have a very hot ceramic dryer, but they do sell in Michael's and Joann's. They sell shrink wrap dryers for 18, 20, 40 bucks, depending on the size that you get. But mine is pretty hot. Start at the bottom. And keep constant motion so you don't burn the bag. And then I work my way up the side. Okay, so I have my bow ready, and I'm just going to go ahead and place it on top of my basket. And like I like to use twist ties. If you need to, if you want to make a handmade bow like I have, check out my video. I put it down below on how to make a bow. This is actually like a 3-layered bow. That video is not like that, but I'm sure you can figure it out. Or you can just buy a store-bought bow. Those work perfectly well, and that's what gets put on, and they're just as good. Even though I prefer handmade ones, you can add so much depth, but sometimes you don't have time for that. I like to twist it on the back. Make sure you don't get a view of my hiney there. Twist it on the back and wrap it around. And then I can adjust the front however I see fit. I try to use Easter blues. I know it's a boy, and sometimes they don't appreciate the purple and the yellow. Depends on the boy, but it's still very much an Easter basket for a boy. And now your Easter basket is ready to go. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to contact me at customerservice@premiergiftsolutions.com if you have any questions about how to go about making your basket. Have a wonderful Easter holiday, and thanks for watching.